habe schon wieder vergessen, wo der Aufzug ist. Die Namen werden echt nicht einfacher. Ich dachte, nach Leeway wird es irgendwie ein bisschen easier. Also, ja. Sidruin und ich habe seinen Namen, ich weiß immer noch nicht, wie man es ausspricht. Deswegen nenne ich ihn jetzt erstmal Wesley. Aber ich hoffe, das ist nicht allzu schlimm. Hätte mich hoch teleportieren können. Also witzig wäre es jetzt noch, wenn wir mit Lyney in einem Zimmer wären. Aber hey.
The traveler in Paimon, right?
Ja.
Listen up. As new inmates, the only thing you need to worry about is what to do and when to do it.
Okay.
Don't make any extra trouble for yourself.
Schicker Schnauzer.
Your bunks are right over there. Follow me.
Wir folgen dir. Ist das nur unser Raum oder teilen wir das mit
So
jemandem?
this is where we'll be sleeping from now on.
Hey, das ist ja riesig.
Oh, Paimon can't believe this. The days of staying home and reading detective stories are like a dream now. By the way, Traveler, we saw a lot of things worth investigating just now. Even though the Duke didn't say it too directly, judging from what he said at the end, it seems that he was only welcoming because we know Neuvillette. We are criminals, and Paimon did eat that cake, but we're actually here to help Neuvillette.
Ja.
Is it possible that he knows we're here on a mission? Or is Paimon overthinking things?
Vielleicht weiß er mehr, als er zugibt, aber ich meine, er kann ja auch schwer sagen, so, ah ja, ihr habt die geheime Mission, ne? Wäre wohl dann nicht mehr so geheim, wenn er das sagen würde. Übrigens, Heyhoo und willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge von Genshin Impact Buch 5 Hydro. Es geht natürlich direkt wieder weiter. Vielleicht weiß er mehr, als er zugibt.
Yeah, Paimon thinks so too. He probably knew why we came here from the very beginning and intentionally wanted to send us a message. Maybe something like, hey, I have my eyes on you, so don't try anything funny.
Da können wir auch nichts dagegen machen, da wir schon hier sind.
Yeah, you're right. It's not like we can go back to Neuvillette empty-handed and say, the dude looks scary, so we gave up.
Nee, das machen wir nicht.
And besides, the Duke said that he was willing to go out of his way to show respect for Neuvillette, right? So, we at least need to try. But Paimon hasn't gotten a clue where we should start our investigation.
Da war noch etwas Wichtiges. Wir haben Lyney gesehen.
You mean...
Lyney. Lyneys Anwesenheit hier.
Yeah, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Paimon almost spilled the beans when we ran into him. Fortunately, based on his attitude, it looks like the Duke sees Lyney as just another inmate. We worked so hard to help clear Lyney and Lynette's names, and yet we turn around and bam! He's in prison anyway!
Naja, ich schätze, er ist aus demselben Grund hier wie wir.
Oh, right! Lyney and Lynette are from the House of the Hearth. They work for the Knave, so they could be here to investigate too!
Genau. Schau, da drüben ist etwas.
Huh? Oh,
Eine
it's a
Karte
card!
von ihm.
Paimon didn't notice it earlier. It looks like a magician's prop. Lyney must have left it here. He's in prison and still doing his little tricks, huh? Let Paimon have a look. It was nice to bump into you again. Let's catch up in the production zone tomorrow.
Okay.
What in the world? It's written like he's greeting a buddy on the street. Paimon thought he'd write something important.
Naja, das beweist halt, dass er auch etwas vorhat.
If you say so. We can ask him what's going on tomorrow. Let's get some rest now.
Okay. Mit etwas Beklommenheit verbringt ihr eure erste Nacht in Fort Méropide. Oder wie heißt es nochmal?
Hey, you're finally awake!
Du bist heute früh auf, Paimon.
Well, it's Paimon's first day as a prisoner. Last night, Paimon dreamed about getting interrogated by the guards until Paimon told them everything, and then Paimon woke up.
Du hast ihnen alles erzählt?
Hey, come on! It's just a dream, okay? Paimon wouldn't really squeal. Maybe.
Ich hoffe das für dich.
Hey, lazy bones. What are you still doing here? If you don't want to starve, then get yourselves over to the production zone.
Sorry! We're going right away!
Nachdem ihr viel Dinge... Ich kann... so schnell kann ich es auch nicht. Auf jeden Fall begeben wir uns zum Produktionstrakt, der hier irgendwo ist. Und treffen dann auf Lyney und wer weiß, was wir arbeiten müssen. Ist das also eine Fließbandarbeit oder wie darf ich mir das vorstellen? Das ist noch weiter unten. Können wir dann einfach hier... Nee. Ach man. Ist hier dann ein Aufzugbüro betreten? Nein, 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 nein. Wo? Hier? Ich bin einfach verwirrt. Was ist denn das? Ich check das nicht. Okay, hier geht's runter. Schön, dass ihr Pfeile nach unten zeigen. Zur unteren Ebene. Eine Ewigkeit später. Ich sehe schon was. Da ist wahrscheinlich dieses Independium oder wie das heißt. Und da sind diese ganzen Maschinen. Werden die hier kreiert oder sind das Wachen? Graville. Grainville.
You must be the catch of the day. Looks like you've got some luck getting assigned this space.
Okay.
Yep, we just arrived yesterday and...
Don't interrupt me when I'm speaking.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Listen carefully to my instructions. I don't want any mishaps. Every machine here is worth more than the both of you. Working around these machines can be very dangerous. Do your job well, and you can eat in the cafeteria after your shift. Get sloppy, and you dine in the infirmary. Anyway, the Fortress of Méropide doesn't want to lose a single one of its machines. And it also doesn't want to waste the production potential of any inmate. You got that?
Ja.
Got it.
Your job is to use the machine over there to process widgets.
Für was? Wir haben noch ein Werkstück hier.
Watch carefully, and make sure you step on the pedal at the right time. If the machine gets jammed, then give it a little maintenance with your fist.
Oh, okay.
Here, take this. Bring me the process widgets, and I'll give you some credit coupons in exchange.
Das heißt, wir müssen richtigen Timing machen. Werkstücke mit den Maschinen verarbeitet. Beim Schmieden und Bearbeiten der Werkstücke wird zunächst das unbearbeitete Werkstück in die Maschine eingelegt. Interagiere dann mit der Maschine, um die Herausforderung zu starten. Sollten Werkstücke beim Drehen mal feststecken, kannst du mit das drehende Stück angreifen, damit die Maschine wieder in Betrieb aufnehmen kann. Springe, sobald die Basis der Maschine leuchtet, um meine Schmiedearbeit abzuschließen. Vergiss nicht, nach der Beendigung des Spiels eine erfolgreiche Bearbeitung der Werkstücke einzusammeln. Okay. Was? Ich habe keine Ahnung, ob ich es richtig verstanden habe, aber wir probieren es.
Once the widget is hot enough to glow, jump to step on the pedal and... So if the machine gets jammed, you just need to attack it to fix the problem. Okay, you got it! Great! Now we can report back to the foreman and give him the processed widgets!
War's das?
This one is tolerable. Though since the processing is done by machine, the product is all pretty much the same anyway. Alright, I'll pass you for now.
Okay.
And we'll count up how many credit coupons you've earned.
Wie viele habe ich denn jetzt?
Paimon's exhausted. We're done now, right? Oh, that foreman. He's so scary that Paimon couldn't even speak. Ugh. Even though Paimon's starving and wants to head straight to the coupon cafeteria, we still need to meet Lyney first, right?
Ja.
He probably just finished up his work too. He should be around here somewhere.
Also ich glaube, wir würden ihn ja eh irgendwo sehen oder irgendeine Karte von ihm. Also arbeiten wir so lange weiter, oder? Muss ich nicht weiterarbeiten? Nö. Okay. Die Arbeit war jetzt nicht so herausragend.
Mr. Magician? Where are you? Oh, this had better not be some disappearing act. He doesn't seem to be around here. Let's try looking somewhere else.
Ja, wo denn? Über uns? Ja, wer meinte doch bei dem Produktionsding? Hier sehe ich ihn nicht.
Where could he be? Did he decide to slack off and sleep the day away?
Nein, er muss hier irgendwo sein, aber ich meine, er kann ja nicht einfach nur rumlaufen. Einfach so frei rumlaufen.
Hey, over here.
Oh? You scare so easily now? Is there something worrying you these days?
You little... The only thing we're worried about was trying to find you.
Sorry. Come over here and keep it down.
Ja, okay, und was jetzt?
Oh, Lynette! You're here too! You two really are inseparable.
That's right. My brother simply can't stand to be away from me.
It's not just Lynette. Fremine is also here. Do you still remember him?
Wo ist der?
Oh, you mean that diver from the House of the Hearth, right? Paimon remembers seeing him in the Court of Fontaine before. Now hurry up and tell us, how did you end up as criminals this time? We fought so hard at court to prove you were innocent, but now it looks like our incredible court battle was for nothing!
Ich glaube nicht, dass es Häftlinge sind.
Sadly, even the teeniest of things can land you in prison these days. I put together a street performance and used the popularity we gained from the Opera House incident to attract a big crowd.
And then?
We killed someone.
Next, I invited several audience members to participate in the show. And then, with the entire audience watching, their wallet suddenly disappeared.
My brother was charged with theft, and I was charged as his accomplice, having assisted him in his crime.
Dann seid ihr doch Häftlinge. Warum verstecken wir uns dann hier?
It really isn't that bad. The missing wallets are all in the leftmost drawer of the Maison Garde-Mécha's big filing cabinet. We just need to see how long it takes to discover them.
Yep, we should be released then.
In terms of the magic trick itself, I think the performance went perfectly.
Leave it to Lyney to magic himself into prison.
Lyney, das ist doch nicht der Punkt, oder? Der Punkt ist, weshalb ihr eigentlich hierher gekommen seid.
Indeed. Last time I hid my identity from you, I promised that I'd tell you absolutely everything if you were angry about it. So I don't plan on keeping anything from you this time either. At the moment, the House of the Hearth's interests don't conflict with yours at all. We were instructed by the father of our house, the Knave, to come here and conduct an investigation.
Told you so! See? Paimon guessed right.
As for what we're investigating, perhaps you haven't heard, but the fortress of Méropide hides a secret.
Und das da wäre?
Some even say that the entire fortress exists just to protect it. The House of the Hearth has been investigating this for a very long time, trying to uncover its mysteries. But recently, all of our informants, including the ones that had infiltrated the guards, suddenly vanished and have not been heard from since. We believe that this is a direct provocation, and it's the reason why we came here.
Warum bleibt ihr bei diesem Geheimnis so hartnäckig?
Father has somehow managed to confirm that Focalors does not have Fontaine's gnosis.
Wo ist es dann?
Huh? How did she manage to learn information that important?
Father has her ways. Many of them are beyond our imagination, and we've never had the chance to see her at work. But we trust her conclusions.
It was this information that led us to suspect that Fontaine's gnosis might be in the fortress of Méropide and is related to that secret.
Es hieß ja...
So it's all about the gnosis again.
Ja, wie immer.
Well, that's about it from our side. How about you two? Did Monsieur Neuvillette send you here?
Mehr oder weniger?
Bingo! The Knave has been applying a lot of pressure. She wants to know what happened to Childe, so we came here to investigate.
Vielleicht nicht gleich alles ausprobieren?
Traveler, are we allowed to tell them?
Du hast schon alles gesagt. Betrachten wir es als einen Austausch von Informationen.
You don't need to worry too much about that. She's just asking for a report on Master Childe's predicament as a means of pressuring you. Father used this situation as a pretext to negotiate with two high-ranking officials in the court of Fontaine. She actually just wants to be able to make concessions on this matter for gains elsewhere, almost like a bargaining chip.
Sometimes you need an excuse to do things you otherwise couldn't. And a harbinger is more valuable than you might imagine.
Of course, it's not a complete farce. If we do manage to find out what happened to Master Childe too, then diplomatic relations with Fontaine could improve, and Snezhnaya might even be able to adjust its stance a bit.
Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like we're the only ones who actually care about Childe's situation. The relationship between the Harbingers must be as bad as ever.
I wouldn't go that far. Father just has different standards than we do when it comes to what can be sacrificed for an advantage. By the way, I have a suggestion. Why don't we team up? Even though we have different objectives, we're both here to investigate the fortress of Méropide. It would be more efficient for us to work together.
Ich denke, es wäre eine gute Idee.
As you know, the House of the Hearth has many reasons to seek the Gnosis, but our highest priority remains resolving the prophesized crisis. You can trust us on that.
Tut mir leid, aber ich muss Nein sagen. Ja, das dachte ich mir schon.
See, I told you.
Is that so? Sure enough, it won't be easy to convince them to cooperate with us.
Lyney seems to be thinking pretty hard about something.
Of course he is. Lyney has been looking forward to a chance to reach an understanding with you ever since last we met.
Aha.
Or, I should say, we were really looking forward to teaming up with you this time.
Lynette, just tell them everything, why don't you?
It's okay to open up a little.
Wenn wir nur Informationen teilen, ist es in Ordnung. Aber wenn es ernst wird, überdenke ich meine Entscheidungen vielleicht noch einmal.
Very prudent of you, and consistent with your behavior since we first met. That's reasonable enough, and I agreed to cooperate on these terms as well. I was prepared for the worst, but you were actually more agreeable than I anticipated. All right then, there's no time to lose. I have some information to share, so listen carefully.
Okay.
Since Lynette and I arrived here, our investigation uncovered the fact that the fortress of Méropide has a forbidden zone.
Was ist das denn?
Most people just clammed up and wouldn't talk, but after asking the right questions, we were able to confirm the existence of the forbidden zone from the guards. You should be aware of that while you're investigating.
A forbidden zone? Could that be where Childe disappeared to? You're right, we'll definitely keep that in mind.
Good. That's the most suspicious thing about the fortress that we know of so far. We have a few other unanswered questions, and we'll be investigating those as quickly as we can. Anyway, I hope you find our information useful at least. Oh, look at the time. You two must be hungry. You should go to the coupon cafeteria and get something to eat. I'll use my cards to get in touch with you again in the future.
Oh, that's just what Paimon wanted to hear! Paimon's starving after all that work today. We can talk more about the investigation later. Let's go get some grub!
Naja, damit kommt auch dieser Tag langsam zum Ende. Und nicht nur der Tag endet, sondern auch diese Folge. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet viel Spaß beim Zusehen. Beim nächsten Mal holen wir uns etwas zu essen. Warum zeigt es oben an? Ich gehe gerade runter. Oh je. Egal. Bis zum nächsten Mal und tschüss.